This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Good afternoon, baseball tabletop fans. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you the second game of the series, Game 7s of the World Series. The second Game 7 in baseball history was actually a Game 8, 1912. There was a tie, a 6-6 tie in Game 2 between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Giants. It necessitated a Game 8, and what a Game 8 it was. It was a classic. It's on our tabletops today. The American League champion, Boston Red Sox. The National League champion, New York Giants. The dice will start rolling after the starting lineups.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Tom Bedian is pitching for the home team Boston Red Sox. He has a 2.92 earned run average, 120 games in 1912. He is a BYZ pitcher. Josh DeVore steps into the box for the Giants. Here we go. And right away, that's a hit column roll for Josh DeVore. 44 is going to be a long drive to left center field. It's going to get between the outfielders, go to the wall. DeVore around second. He is fast. He's going to third. He's into third with a leadoff triple. If there's one thing that the 1912 New York Giants have, it is speed. Up and down through the lineup, DeVore stole 27 bases, Doyle 36, Snodgrass 43, Murray 38, Merkel 37, Herzog 37, Myers was slow as a catcher, and Fletcher, the shortstop, had 16. They set a record, which still stands today in 1911, 347 stolen bases for a season. Here is Larry Doyle. Tough pitching matchup. The Red Sox are going to play the infield close. Both teams defensively are fielding column 2. Here's the pitch to Doyle. 64 is a 14. Bediant has good control. He's got a Z modifier. That's 2 balls and no strikes. And 15 is going to be line drive to center field. Doyle gets one down. It's a base hit. That scores DeVore. Giants lead 1-0, and the 11 on 15 means that he could try to steal second, and this team would do that. So there he goes. I give the catchers a chance to throw out the base runner. Catcher is Katie. This, by the way, is the same starting lineup that was used in the opening day game in the 1912 season, with the exception of the catcher, Katie. Katie is a 7 as a catcher, so he's going to have a small chance to throw out the base runner. This is the chart I use. 7 throws out the runner, 11 through 16. Katie's throw is 11, and he is caught stealing. Score it 2-4. Got a right-handed batter up. That's the first out. But a run is home for the Giants in the first inning. New York 1, and the Red Sox 0. Fred Snodgrass comes to bat. 16 is a 28. Hit on the ground to Wagner, the shortstop. The throw to first. Snodgrass is retired, 2 outs. Brings up Red Murray. 41 is a 28, the same thing. Round out to shortstop, 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Giants are on the board, 1-0. The Christian gentleman, Christy Mathewson, takes the mound. He was a surprise non-starter of Game 1. Jeff Treswell was given that assignment. Manager John McGraw did not want Mathewson facing Smokey Joe Wood, who won 34 games. So he saved Mathewson for Game 2. But here he is in Game 8. Everything is on the line. 23-12 on the season. 2.12 earned run average. He is a AYZZ pitcher. At 2.12 for Mathewson was second in the league. He's also second in the league in complete games. Harry Hooper steps into the box for the Red Sox. They're down by a run. Here's the pitch. 21 is a fly ball to left field. Catch made by Red Murray. Hooper is retired, 1 down. Stephen Yerkes, second baseman. 51 is a 9 against an A pitcher. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Fletcher is up with it, throws to first. 2 up and 2 down. That brings up Tris Speaker, 383 hitter. One of my all-time favorite players. He grew up in the same area as my family, and grandfather lived near Wichita Falls, Texas. Here's a pitch to Speaker. 36 is a 12. And fielding column 2, that's going to be a ground out to third base. 5-3. We're using the 2011 basic Apba book. We're going to the top of the second inning. New York 1 and Boston Red Sox nothing. There are 2 famous GOATs in this game, not meaning greatest of all time. Fred Merkle, who was the GOAT in the end of the 1908 regular season for the New York Giants when he failed to touch second base in an important game with the Chicago Cubs. And Fred Snodgrass, who muffed the fly ball in Game 8, the game we're replaying in the 1912 World Series. Here's Fred Merkle, one of his manager's favorite players. 43, 29 is a roller back to Tom Bedine. He throws to first, 1 out. Giants started off the game with a triple and a single that gives them the early lead. Buck Herzog's the batter. 1-1 roll, that's a 6, and that's going to be a double to right center field. Buck Herzog is at second base. Chief Myers. 1 out, 1 in scoring position. Here's the stretch from Tom Bedine and his pitch. 2-2 is a 7. Base hit to the opposite field in right field. That's going to score Buck Herzog. RBI for Myers. Very good offensive catcher. The Giants 2 and the Red Sox nothing. Here's the shortstop, Arthur Fletcher. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a fielder's choice. Ground ball to third base. He goes to second to get Myers out at second. Throws not in time to first. 2 outs. Fletcher's the base runner, a fast man at first base. Brings up the pitcher, Christy Mathewson. 6-3 is a fly ball to center field. Caught by Tris Speaker, who plays a shallow center field. 3 outs, but the Giants pad their lead. It's now New York 2, Boston nothing. Duffy Lewis leads off the last of the second for the Red Sox. 64 is a swing and a miss. First strikeout in the game, 1 out. Larry Gardner, second best hitter on the Red Sox team. He's a little-known star. Very underrated player. 46 is a 29. It's a roller back to Mathewson. Throws the first. 2 away. Jake Stahl. 5-2 is a 27. That's a ground out to Herzog at third base. It's been 6 up and 6 down for Christy Mathewson. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Giants. For the top of the third, Josh DeVore leads off for New York. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Tom Bediant's first strikeout. Larry Doyle singled, has an RBI. 6-2 is a roller back to Bediant, the pitcher. Scoops it and tosses over to first, 2 away. Here's Fred Snodgrass. .31 is a base hit against a B pitcher. That's a single over shortstop. That's the 5th hit for the Giants. Fast runner at first, Red Murray, the batter. .46 is a 29. That play result has a Y, and Bediant is a Y strikeout pitcher, so Murray is caught looking. In the top of the third, 1 runner is stranded. We go to the bottom of the third. Giants 2, Red Sox nothing. Charlie Wagner, the shortstop, leads off for Boston. 42, 39. A foul ball for strike 1. Back in those days, ushers tried to retrieve the foul balls, and they put them back in play. They kept balls in play. Snodgrass, Fred Snodgrass, who was one of the lengthy interviews in Glory of Their Times book, said that baseballs were kept in play in those days as much as possible, and they would get darker and darker as infielders would keep foreign substances in their gloves to make the ball darker. And it was a different game in those days. Strike 1 on Wagner. 43 is a 29. That's a roller back to the pitcher. Matty is retired his 7th in a row. Tom Cady, the catcher. .25 is a 8 against an A pitcher. That is a pop out to third base, caught by Herzog. 2 outs. Cady is one of a couple of catchers on this team. Nunemaker was their opening day catcher, but Bill Kerrigan was their catcher they used most of the time. We're using as-played lineups in this series. Here is Hugh Bediant, the pitcher. 4-6, swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 in a row, retired by Christy Mathewson. We go to the 4th, 2-0 New York. Hope I've been pronouncing Hugh Bediant's name properly. I'm wondering if it's Hugh Bediant or Hugh Bedient. So I asked Google, and she said Bediant. We'll go with Bediant. Fred Merkle steps into the box for New York. 2-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout for Bediant. Buck Herzog, the third baseman. 4-3 is a roller back to the pitcher. 2 outs. Chief Myers singled and drove in a run in the second inning. 25 is a fly ball to center field. Tris Speaker is under it. He puts it away. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 New York. Hall of Famer Harry Hooper leads off for the Red Sox. He did not have a good offensive season, probably his worst offensive season in 1912, 242 hitter. 42 is a 22. A roller on the ground to Fred Merkle at first base. He steps on the bag unassisted. 1 down. Stephen Yerkes. 3-5 is a base on balls, I believe. It's not. Double Z for Mathewson is 2 balls and no strikes. 12 is a 25. Ground ball to second base. Doyle's throw to first, 2 outs. Here's Tris Speaker, 383 hitter, but he's gonna get on and break this spell that Matty has over the Red Sox. It could be Tris Speaker. Here's the pitch. 14 is a fly ball to left field. That's not going to get it done. Caught by Red Murray. That's the end of the 4th inning. We go to the top of the 5th. New York Giants 2, Red Sox, no base runners at all. Art Fletcher leads off for the Giants. Tripled and struck out. He has scored a run. 24 is a swing and miss, strike three. He has not tripled. He grounded out to third his first time out. So he's a strikeout his second time up. Christy Mathewson. 36 is a ground ball to third base. Taken by Larry Gardner, the throw across. 2 outs. Josh DeVore, he's the one who tripled in the first inning. 42 is a base on balls. But Diane has a Z, but 1Z with the bases empty does not take away that walk. So DeVore takes first, free pass. First base runner the Giants have had for a couple innings. But there are 2 down. Here's Larry Doyle. Laughing Larry. Here's the pitch from Bryant to Doyle. 33 is a hit column roll for Doyle. This could tack on another run. Line drive over the first baseman's head, down the line and into the corner. DeVore, with 2 outs, will score. Double. It's 3-0 Giants. Fred Snodgrass. Two for Snodgrass. That's an 8 though. And at 8, we're on second base as a ground out to the pitcher. That'll conclude the inning, but the Giants add 1. 3-0 New York over the Red Sox. Christy Mathewson returns to the mound. He's got a 3-0 lead. He has allowed no base runners. Duffy Lewis, Larry Gardner, and Jake Stahl are the scheduled hitters. Red Sox need to get used to this. Mathewson will probably be here all day. He led the National League in complete games with 27 complete games. 1912. Here's the pitch to Lewis. 36 is a 12. That's a ground ball to third base. 1 out. Red Sox are putting the ball in play. They've had only 2 strikeouts. Larry Gardner. 6-3 is a fly ball to center field. Fred Snodgrass comes in a few steps and makes the grab. 2 outs. Here's Jake Stahl. Fly ball to left. 3 up. 3 down. We go to the 6th. 3-0 Giants. This 1912 team for the New York Giants is one of the most dominant teams ever. They start off the season with a 54-11 record and built a 16.5 game lead by July 3rd. Here's the pitch to Red Murray from Hugh Bryant. 52 is a 27. Grounder to Larry Gardner at third base. The throw to first is out, 1 out. Fred Merkel from Watertown, Wisconsin. Here's the pitch to Merkel. 13 is a base on balls. Buck Herzog. "5-3 is a 20. Sharp grounder right at second base. Merkus muffs it. It's going to be an error. E4, first error of the game. Giants have first and second with 1 away. And Chief Myers, a 358 hitter in 1912. Good enough for second in the batting race for 1912 in the National League. Also led in on-base percentage, 441 OBP. Here's the pitch to Myers. 1-4 is a fly ball to the left. They're going to get him out this time. 2 outs. Art Fletcher. pitcher Matheson's on deck. Medallion's got good control. He's going to go ahead and walk Fletcher, a 282 hitter, and load the bases to pitch to Matty. This could backfire in a big way, but I think it's the right choice. Here's the pitch to Matheson. Medallion's got Z control, so he doesn't walk a lot. Oh, 6-6 roll. It does backfire in a huge way. Here's the second column roll. 43 is just a single, a 7. Matheson pokes one over the head of Yerkes. Let's see, Merkel scores. Herzog scores. And if Fletcher's fast, he goes to third. Let's see. He is fast, so first and third. 2 RBIs from Christy Matheson. 5-0 New York. All right, the first baseman, Jake Stahl, is calling for a new pitcher. He can do that because he is also the player manager. He is bringing in Smokey Joe Wood. He was the second pitcher used in the real game for the Red Sox. He actually pitched 3 innings. There was a controversy with the usage of Smokey Joe Wood. Stahl wanted to pitch Wood in Game 6. Team president Jimmy Meckler disallowed him to use Wood in Game 6. And many say it's because that Meckler wanted to extend the series. O'Brien pitched Game 6, lost. And I think Wood pitched Game 7, but only lasted 1 inning and was hit hard. So here he is back in Game 8. Josh DeVore steps into the box. First and third, 2 runs are in. They're both unearned. 21 is a fly ball to left. That's the end of the 6th inning. But 2 unearned runs score. It is now New York 5 and Boston nothing. There's crazy weather in the Midwest today. It is going to be a very windy day. And the temperature is going to be about 76 degrees. Here we are in mid-December. Christy Matheson is back on the mound for the Giants. He's got Charlie Wagner. 21 is a fly ball to right field. Josh DeVore makes the catch. 1 out. Here's the catcher, Hick Cady. "13 is a 2 balls and no strikes. That double Z's takes away the walk. And 13 is another 14. That is a walk. 2 more balls. First base runner for the Red Sox. Got to start somewhere. Cady is a catcher. He is slow. They will play it safe, being 5 runs down. 1 out. Smokey Joe Wood, the pitcher, comes up. He is a decent hitter. He was actually finished his career as a position player. 6-3 is a fly ball to center field. 2 outs. And now Harry Hooper. 5-4 is a fly out to right field. Go to the 7th. 5-0 New York. Laughing Larry Doyle leads off the 7th inning for the Giants, called Laughing Larry because he had a cheerful disposition. He said one time, "Gee, it's great to be young and be a Giant." Here's the pitch to Doyle. That was during their 3-year stretch as National League champions. 35 is a 9 against that A&B pitcher. That's going to be an out. A grounder hit the shortstop. Wagner throws him out. Fred Snodgrass. 4-3 is a roller back to Smokey Joe Wood, who throws him out. 2 outs. Wood had to hurry. Snodgrass is fast, as are all these Giants, except the catcher. Red Murray. 21 is a fly ball to right field. Harry Hooper parks under and puts it away. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Giants 5, and the Red Sox 0. Matheson lost his perfect game in the last half inning, but he still has not allowed any hits. There's Stephen Yerkes. 61, 36. One of those screwballs was wide of the plate. 1 out, or excuse me, 1 ball. Next pitch. 3-6 is a ground ball to third base. Herzog throws to first. Yerkes is retired. Tris Speaker. A roller to second base. Larry Doyle throws to Merkel at first. Speaker's retired. Here's Duffy Lewis. 23 is a 27. Sharp grounder to third base. Buck Herzog's up with it. The long throw across. Another 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's still 5-0 Giants. All right, Smokey Joe Wood returns to the mound. He's in his basically second inning work. He got an out. So 2, he's pitched 1 1/3 so far. Fred Merkel is the hitter. 23 is a 33. That play result has a Y, and Wood, Smokey Joe, is the next Y strikeout pitcher. So that's a strikeout. 1 down. Buck Herzog. One time when Smokey Joe Wood was younger, I've talked about this on the channel before, but he played on a co-ed semi-pro team. I think he did dress up in a skirt and all that stuff in Kansas. Here's the pitch to Buck Herzog. 45 is a base on balls. Giants have a base runner for the offensive-minded Chief Myers. 6-4 is a 2 balls and no strikes. Wood has the Z modifier. 53. Ground ball short, missed by Wagner for an error. He's 6, first and second. Art Fletcher. Second error given up by the Red Sox infield. 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll for Arthur Fletcher. Let's see if it clears the bases. 6-6 is a drive. It might be, it could be the final nail in the coffin, a home run. It is 8-0 New York Giants. Harry Hooper went back to the fence. It looked like he might leap and get it, but it was just beyond his reach. Giants score 3. Fletcher only hit 1 home run in 1912. Fenway Park was opened in 1912. Here's a trivia question for you. Who was the player who hit the first home run over the Green Monster? That would be Hugh Bradley. And he only hit 1 home run in 1912. But that jolt was the first ever over the Green Monster. Here's Christy Mathewson. 2-6 is a 27. Ground out to third. So let's see, 2 of those 3 runs are unearned, but the first one's earned. The first run that scored. Here's DeVore, top of the order. 12 is a ground out to second base. Go to the bottom of the 8th. New York 8, Boston nada. We have had one of these games recently, but I'll say it again with Harrelson. Call your friends, call your neighbors. Something special is going on here at Fenway Park. 6 outs to go for Matty Mathewson to throw a no-hitter. I've only had, I think since I started the channel, maybe 1 no-hitter. And I've only remember 2 or 3 ever rolled on my tabletop. Here is Larry Gardner leading off. He is an offensive player, a .315 hitter in 1912. Here's the roll 1-1. There goes the no-hitter. I just jinxed the no-hitter. Do that all the time. Second column. 53 is going to be a triple for Larry Gardner. So there it is. You can tell your friends and neighbors to not worry about it. No hitter anymore. Matheson, if he has 2 more bad things happen to him, will be tired. Jake Stahl steps to the plate, player manager of the Red Sox. Infield's playing back. 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll for Stahl. And 26 is a double. Scores Gardner. And the Red Sox are on the board. It is 8-1. Charlie Wagner, hoping to atone for an error in the top of the inning, steps up to the plate. 1-3 is a 2 balls and no strikes. 4-2 is a 39. And that play result is runner out stealing third. I ignore that. I would never steal third in this situation. No. Still 2 balls and no strikes on the Wagner. 23 is a 33. Popped high on the infield. Shortstop Arthur Fletcher is under it and makes the catch. 1 away. Brings up the catcher, Katie. He has a walk in the game. 21 is a fly out to right field. Play result says if Stahl were fast, he could take it and go to third. He is not rated fast. So 2 outs, still at second. Smokey Joe Wood. A roller to the shortstop, Fletcher. 3 outs, but the Red Sox get on the board. It's 8-1. We go to the 9th inning. Brings up laughing Larry Doyle. 52. 27. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That has an X modifier, and Wood has the X modifier, his XY pitcher. 1 out. Snodgrass. 1 for 4 on the day. Here's the pitch to Freddie Snodgrass. 55 is a 9 against an AB pitcher. Ground out to shortstop. 2 quick outs for the Giants in the top of the 9th. And now Red Murray. 13 is a base on balls. Merkel. And 1-4 is a fly out to left. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 8-1 New York. Red Sox are down by 7. And they are facing the premier pitcher of their day, Christy Mathewson. Harry Hooper on the mount, in the batter's box. 45 is 2 balls and no strikes. Ah, that's unusual. There we go. First time I've gotten a die stuck in the tower there. 23. 33 is a play result. Has a Y, and Matheson has a Y strikeout. Hooper is down on strikes. You turn back to the dugout. Steven Yerkes. 13 is a 2 balls and no strikes for a ZZ pitcher. And 26 is a roller to second base. Nope, that's to third base. 2 outs, 1 to go. Tris Speaker. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for a Speaker. This will tire Matheson. And 21 is a double for Tris Speaker. Only the 3rd hit for the Red Sox. Matheson becomes a B pitcher to pitch to Duffy Lewis. .32 will do it. 26. Ground ball to laughing Larry Doyle. He scoops it up and throws to first. 3 outs. Final score, Giants 8 and the Red Sox 1. The New York Giants win Game 8 of the 1912 World Series. They scored 8 runs on 6 hits and committed no errors. Boston scored 1 run on 3 hits, and they had 2 costly errors leading to 4 unearned runs. There was a home run in the game. That hit by Art Fletcher, a 3-run home run in the 8th inning. The losing pitcher was Tom Bediant, goes 5 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs. And the winning pitcher and the star of the game is Christy Mathewson, a 3-hitter and only 1 run allowed. He carried a no-hitter into the 8th inning until I opened my big mouth in a big way, and then he gave up a triple to Larry Gardner. He is today's star of the game, Christy Mathewson. There have been 40 Game 7s in World Series baseball history, and the next one is the 1924 series, Washington Senators and the New York Giants. I do not happen to have the 1924 New York Giants. I got the 22 and 25 Giants, but I don't have the 24 Giants. Should get them from the Apba company. Those other 2 teams didn't include Heck Wilson, I don't think. Maybe Wilson was with the 25. But he was with the 24 Giants. The 25 Giants was a Game 7, so we're going to do it next. That's the Washington Senators and the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates. So that'll be the next game on the challenge. Hope you enjoyed this game. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscription button if you've not subscribed, and the like button. Hitting the like button puts these videos up the YouTube algorithm and allows more people a chance to see them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.